The Baltic Sea region is a hotspot for game incubation, and Nordius is a central part of it, and we are proud to be a part of it.
Berlin is the place to be.
The entire industry in Poland is growing, and there's more and more exciting games coming out of the region.
I think we really have talents and the big will to create startups, to develop games.
We can see the numbers from 2014 to 2018. It has doubled their turnover in the gaming industry.
There are a lot of nature here in Dordt, a lot of parks, so it's kind of this creative place to come up with ideas for your games.
We are a safe country. Education system is good, especially if you have kids.
A long period of really rather bad weather when it's okay for your mom and dad to be inside and play video games instead.
Die Ostseeregion ist ein Hotspot der Games-Industrie.
Nicholas is the winner of Baltic Sea Games Award.
Machine Mensch is an indie studio because we work on indie games, so a bit smaller, a bit more artistic games, and we are completely self-owned and we work on our own IPs and have full creative freedom.
Indie games for me is like punk rock. It's when professional gaming is like making professional music. Everybody is a professional and is really good and skilled, but they also keep the gate kind of closed of who's allowed to play. In indie games, the door is wide open. Everyone can try to do everything. And I like this spirit of openness in indie games. That's why I founded Paint Bucket. So Paint Bucket is an indie studio.
Chase your tail light. I'll be under your skin, letting you go for a while.
Convincing schools that VR should be a part in classroom education has been a challenge, but the best way is to show them, and that's how we have started.
In our co-working space, Saftladen, everybody is working in the games industry. So we have a lot of game studios here or people working in related areas, and that makes it really special. Saftladen is very popular. We're now up to 50 members with a long waiting list. It's due to the support network we can offer, and also that is not just about business but also like mental support people that are going through the same challenges that you are and the same struggles.
We chose to stay here as part of the incubator to get help to make games.
We decided that we want to make our mission that more young people are choosing the path of game development as their education and in life in general.
With mentors that have a specific experience in either making mobile games, as we have been part of HTML5, and help us with finding these people. They help us getting to the right conferences and how to negotiate with publishers, distributors, talk with investors.
Discover them early and follow them from school to school until they graduate. And then we help them into the incubator where we are now, where they can actually learn how to run a business.
In Tartu there is an APG game generator, and they're doing weekly events for the local community, and they do an amazing job building that community.
Tas pats lielākais un galvenais ir sadarbība, jo bez sadarbības, ja industrija un dažādi inkubātori un universitātes nesadarbosies, tad arī tā industrija nevar tik veiksmīgi attīstīties.
The second part is the incubation of game developers, and it's about to create better situations for startups and to bring incubators more knowledge of the needs of game developing startups.
Institute of Computer Science gives very strong fundamentals of software development. How to create good algorithms, what's the math behind it, and so on.
We like young people to be a part of our municipality, and that means in our place in Denmark, it's interesting for us to be attractive for young people to come here and living their educational life here with college and that education which are special for them. So it's attractive for us to get more youngsters here. Secondly, it makes it attractive for teachers and different competences in the educational system in Denmark to be located here. And in a way of building up a local society with pluralism and different people, then it makes it more, we can say, happy and special to live here.
Tartu University is a great place to start learning game development, learning to write AI code. You have a separate course for game design and game development, a course for computer graphics, and these courses are taught by very good teachers.
I myself was very amazed when I came to university. I didn't think that I will work on game development, but there are a lot of cool people in University of Tartu that are game developers themselves, and they support you.
I really would love to have my own startup, start my own company where I can make small indie video games. It doesn't have to be anything grand like EA or something like that, but just something that is fun to work on with other fun people to work with.
Programmers from the University of Tartu are highly valued all around the world.
Definitely seeing support in that early phase has been a very, very strong thing that worked well in countries like Finland, for instance, where the government came in and helped out with private investments. I do think private money has a really important role to play, and we keep seeing people who are successful using money that they made in order to fund new companies and help that growth.
With our activities in these countries, we connected a large number of companies in several trips, for example, with delegations from startups to grown enterprises. We established a broad network through a number of investors' dinners, at events like the Slush in Helsinki, for example. We connected startups with new investors.
Viele unserer Fördernehmer, also viele unserer Indie-Studios, finden Tatsache auch Publisher in den baltischen Ländern. Beispielsweise in Schweden sitzen sehr, sehr viele Indie-Studios, die zum Teil auch selber publishen oder auch Publisher ausgegründet haben, quasi Publisher-Studios, die dann mit uns eng zusammenarbeiten.
Handy Games is a publisher from Bavaria, Germany. They are focusing on small studios, on indie games especially. But they are part of the THQ Nordic Embracer Group, and therefore they are local, but they also have a worldwide network.
Nasz Ghost Runner, gra, którą wydajemy z 505, publisherem, który został uznany w 2019 roku na Metacritic za najlepszego publishera, jest w tym dzisiaj na 13 miejscu na Steamie w grupie najwyżej zwishlistowany gier, więc to naprawdę jest duży sukces jak dla tak młodej firmy. Również jako pierwsi w Polsce podpisaliśmy umowę z Sony na wydawanie gier na PS5. Kilku miesięcy również jesteśmy na giełdzie papierów wartościowych i nasza kapitalizacja jest w okolicach 800 milionów złotych. Mamy bardzo dużo gier w portfolio, które wydaliśmy i również bardzo dużo gier, które wydamy. Więc myślę, że gromadząc to wszystko, jak na 1,5 roku, to jest dobry wyczyn.
Ich glaube, dass das Medienboard ist in der Games-Branche sehr beliebt als Förderinstitution und profitiert davon, weil wir einmal unsere Hauptaufgabe darin sehen, sowieso den Medienstandort insgesamt der Hauptstadtregion zu stärken, und dazu gehört die Games-Branche natürlich auch. Wir aber im Speziellen eben auch Projekte fördern. Das Ganze basiert auf einer Darlehensbasis, das heißt, wenn diese Projekte erfolgreich sind oder aus einer Entwicklung wird eine Produktion, ein Spiel findet einen Publisher, dann wird diese Förderung an uns zurückgezahlt und wir können wieder neue Projekte fördern.
Bei den Ideen schauen wir dann so ein bisschen darauf, ist es kulturell vielleicht wichtig. Also wir haben beispielsweise das Through the Darkest of Times gefördert, was ja den Widerstand in der NS-Zeit oder beziehungsweise nach der NS-Zeit auch zeigen soll und was die Leute dann dort gemacht haben. Das heißt, es ist ein kulturelles Beispiel.
Our first Game Curious expedition was supported by Medienboard Berlin Brandenburg, and we were able to pay back the grant in full. And they are also now supporting us on our follow-up projects.
Wir fördern jetzt schon seit über 10 Jahren innovative audiovisuelle Inhalte. Dazu gehören die Games, und man sieht zum Beispiel an dem Abschneiden beim Deutschen Computerspielpreis in den letzten Jahren und besonders im letzten Jahr daran, wie sehr sich die Branche professionalisiert hat.
Wir haben aber auch beobachtet, dass es immer mehr Publisher gibt, wo sich auch Indie-Firmen bewerben können. Das heißt, die Zusammenarbeit wird enger. Es gibt viele aus Skandinavien, wo unsere Spiele quasi gepublished werden oder es Marketing-Deals gibt.
We started supporting game industry about 15 to even almost 20 years ago. But very soon we noticed that this is their growth business, which is based in competence and skills and business knowledge. We want to see that they are very passionate to grow and to kind of penetrate to new global markets. We have a long history of mobile games, and we have a lot of technology and business competence among there. So that's why especially mobile gaming is very important here in Finland.
We have a very long tradition in gaming, which started back in Nokia times. Snake was the first mobile game in the world.
Government support or public money could be very instrumental in helping people dare to take a leap from working at the studio to starting their own, and we need a lot of those in order to get a few really strong ones in the end.
Another opportunity is that we have one countries like, for example, northern Poland, and we have Lithuania, Latvia, Estonian countries that are more like hungry and much more scalable regions, together with the regions like Sweden, Germany, who have already experience and know-how. So basically we have a good match. We have brains and we have the muscle. So all we need to do is take an act.
overall, you find that a lot of people that want to connect and exchange knowledge and ideas, not only to drive their own company, but to drive the industry as a whole in their country and in their region.
Digital Dragons 2019 is more than amazing. So we have almost 2,000 people this year, over 500 companies, more than last year. The event is growing because the whole industry is growing in Poland and globally.
Maybe even say that it's in our blood. People love to jam, love to experiment, create games in events like that.
Last but not least, our joint venture booths at conventions like the Nordic Game in Malmö or the Game On in Vilnius or the GIC in Poznan. More than 34 companies were able to introduce themselves to thousands of international contacts.
My message is, come on, it is a game industry. Have a little bit fun.
I really wish that our industry or what has been done or how many connections have been built, that this is continuous, so that the people still know each other, they know what each of other countries are doing. I wish for more collaboration and that this contact stays.
The Baltic region to take the next big step in video game development has to start from the kind of grassroots of founding companies.